All right, if you remember, I always tell you when I find something that I wasn't sure of or made me squirm, and then I found the solution, I'll tell you right away. Now, you want to take the radio out of the case, out of the metal case. Now, there are four bolts right here. This bolt, and then there's two more down this end, down here. Don't touch those. They hold the plastic window in. So you can see I have them loose. All right, don't touch those four. Now, as far as all the other knobs, you have to remove them. Some of the knobs, all the knobs require a small regular screwdriver. Right? Yeah. Okay. So you got the knobs. Now, another thing that might freak you out is phone jacks and on-off switches. They have a nut on them. You have to undo those, and then they fall inside in the radio. Now, the most important thing about this radio is these little clips. See this clip? There's three prongs, and that sits up in here, up in the radio, up in here, back behind here, and it goes. The disc itself goes between these three units. You have to take this off after you do the knobs. You have to take two on each side, two quarter 20 bolts out, and they have a star washer under them. And you bring these out, and that'll allow the chassis to go back. If you leave these two units in, there's one here and one here, and you start pulling back, you'll crack the dials, the round phenolic dials. You'll hear them snap. Or you might pull it out and just hear them twang, and you get lucky, and then you realize you should have took these off. That's the trick. That's the deadly. If you don't do it, you're going to be sorry. Then you have all the knobs off. You don't remove these four bolts. They hold the plastic screen on. You take the back off the radio. The back consists of the back, two hinges, and the lid. All right? You do a bunch of bolts, get that away, put that away from the radio. It's very heavy. You don't want it to fall over on the radio. You don't want to drop it on your foot. Get it away. Now, once you do that, there's four pads on the bottom of the radio. Look like this. Felt pads. They look at the bolt. There's four of them. They hold the chassis in the metal case. And to you, they might just look like, what would you call these? Feet? But they're really the hold downs for the chassis. So once you get your knobs off, leave those four bolts. You took off the two guards. There'll be four bolts, quarter 20 bolts with lock washers or star washers under them. Take these out. Knobs, these, then the back plate, and then finally with it in this position, laying on its correct position, in the normal position on the bench, you can reach under the corner and undo one of these at a time, or you can have it hang over the bench and do two at a time. And then now that I can lift that radio out of the chassis. The trick is don't forget these. They're not on the NC57. And the disc goes through this. Am I in the frame? No. Wow. The disc goes through this. All right. And if you pull back on this, this will pull back on the disc. Actually, it won't pull back on the disc. It'll stay where it is. It's right about here in the radio. And you'll pull the disc back against this, and you hear the disc snap. I just wanted to tell you that because the other videos, they show the radio out of the case. And it's like a miracle. They don't warn you. I warn you. I warn you a lot. Now, once I get this radio out of the case, I'm taking it a break. Tomorrow I have to get that little tiny air capacitor that's for the tune. Here's the trimmer right here. It's receding back, but in order to get the little Jesus clip, or to get that to come out so I can get my wrench in there, or my 90-degree screwdriver in there. But things are going good. Yeah, I do think that this radio, uh, I don't know. Like I said in the last video, on the comment, I said if radios could talk. But when you work on a radio, you try to figure out what the guy did to it. Now, remember the Hellcrafters SX42? All the capacitors were bad. And as I brought it back to life, I realized somebody went in there and tightened up every screw in every IF can, every coil. See people in their mind, oh, look, this screw is loose. And they're playing make-believe. And I had those people as friends, and they would screw something up really bad. And then they bring it over to me to fix it for free. And then they always say to me, I hate it when they say, I was trying something. And I never went off on any of them, and I should have. I said, you're really stupid. I said, get that out of here. But I didn't. I would take it in. I would fabricate parts in order to put it back together. But there's people out there that really think there's something. And I'm chicken shit. When I touch a chassis for the first time, and I'm looking at these bolts, and I'm looking on the other side, and I'm seeing that it holds this plastic. This plastic on the NC57 stays on the chassis, and they look melted. They whatever plexi they used in it melts, and it gets deformed. And a lot of them, when you get them, somebody has taken a pliers and broke out the glass window. It's plexiglass, but they break it loose. So when you see the pictures on eBay, you won't even notice that the plexiglass is missing. With this unit here, the plexiglass unit is separate. You can remove it, you can clean it, and you can put it back. I think that's it. That's it for now.